Hey there. So, Grant here again. Talking about wealth and building wealth and whatnot, there is an important component that needs to be addressed, and that is that really there are two different types of money if you truly want to create financial stability, financial security, and generate wealth. Whether or not you want to be a multi-millionaire or you just want to not have to worry about money anymore, you have to focus on both of these. And we have a tendency to just focus on one over the other. And the first one that we have a tendency to focus on is direct income. And this can go by a variety of different names and whatnot. But basically, with things like direct income, you're being paid more on the front end. And that's where maybe you're going to work. You're working for an hourly wage. That's your income. That's the money that you're directly bringing in from whatever it is that you've got going on. If you sell something, maybe you post something online and you sell it, then that's direct income. You're trading your time for money. And usually that makes more money in a short period of time. Where the other flip side of that is what I consider indirect money, meaning that it doesn't pay you as much right away, but pays you a lot more money over the long run. What do I mean by that? So let's take a look at if you were to do something like go to work and you make $15 an hour and you work for 10 hours, you made $150. So if you were to then, let's say, create like an online course or something like that, and you put in that same 10 hours, but you're now, let's say it pulls in an average of $20 a month for that same 10-hour stretch of time. So after 1 month, option A, you worked 10 hours, you made $150. Option B, you worked 10 hours, you made $20. So option A looks great, and that's what we focus on because that usually has the quickest return on investment. But now let's stretch that out over a year's time. Option A, you've made that money. You're still at $150. That is what it is. But option B, because you're making $20 a month, you still put in that initial 10 hours, but you've made $240. So you've made considerably more money. You've made over 50% more money, but it took a longer period of time to do that. Now, again, that's a year later. If nothing changes, you still got that 150 from your first initial work that you did. Nothing has changed, but now instead of 240, you're at 480. So you've made over 3 times the amount of money, but it took longer to do that. And that's going to continue to make money over and over and over again. And what we have a tendency to focus on is just that initial direct income. And that's fine. Direct income is obviously a necessity. If you need money and you need cash now, there are things that you have to do to get it. I completely understand that. And direct income is a necessity in building wealth, but it's what you do with that direct income. If you take that direct income and then you put it towards something that will allow you to generate more income over time, that's how you're going to build wealth. Understand that the purpose of direct income is to buy assets, not to buy liabilities. What's the difference? An asset is basically something that's going to make you money. A liability is something that's going to cost you money. So understanding that and being able to ask yourself, okay, is what I'm buying a liability or an asset? And poor people, broke people, they spend their money on liabilities. And sometimes they trick themselves into thinking they're assets. They buy a bunch of new clothing that they don't need, or they have to have the newest phone, or they've got to buy this newest piece of technology, or they have to buy a brand new car, thinking that those things are going to make them money. And they almost never do. As where wealthy people say, okay, is this going to make me money? Is it going to be a liability or an asset? Now, I'm not saying that wealthy people don't buy liabilities as well, because sometimes they're just fun. Here's a perfect example. I believe every man should have a good, well-tailored suit in his closet. It doesn't have to be super expensive, but every man should have at least one. To me, that is an asset because it allows you to present yourself accordingly. It allows you for job interviews and whatnot. It can make you money. Now, I give some of my suits away if I know people who are my size and they need one because I believe in it that much. But I also buy suits regularly. I don't even know, 30, 40 nice suits in my closet. Most of those are liabilities. They're not going to make me money, but I buy them because I like them. The thing is that I only buy them with money that came from passive income. I have certain amounts of money that need to be dedicated towards buying assets first, buying things that make me money first. Once you do that, then you get so much money coming in regularly that you allocate money towards those fun things because I don't believe in depriving yourself entirely. Problem is most people shoot to buy that stuff first and foremost. Buying a brand new car. I have owned a variety of luxury cars. I've owned Mercedes and I've had Cadillacs and Jaguar, things like that. And they're great. I don't buy brand new cars. I buy cars that have one owner because I let whoever bought the car brand new, let them take the hit because that is a major liability. it loses a lot of its value. If I buy it after it's had one owner, that owner usually took care of it because it was their baby, it was brand new, but I save 30%, if not more. So that's one of the ways that wealthy people think differently. So looking at your income and saying, okay, what is it that I'm spending my money on? Is it an asset or is it a liability? Because that income, that's what everyone focuses on, that immediate direct income, because that they're like, well, if I can have $10,000 right now, that'd be a huge thing. And they want to do that one thing that makes them $10,000, as opposed to doing something that could generate that amount of money over a year and do it over and over and over again. So what are a few examples of different types of assets that you can be purchasing? For me personally, I mean, there's obviously things like stocks that can go up in value. I mean, there's the obvious stuff like that. Your home can be an asset if you buy it at the right time, buy it in the right place and whatnot. There are things like, a well-tailored suit, like I mentioned, but also books, audio tapes, audio programs, seminars. There's a variety of different products that we've promoted on the YouTube channel that are designed to help you make money. And those are a perfect example of buying something that gives you the knowledge that you can turn around and take it and make it more money. I bought a course that taught me how to make videos on a website called Udemy, udemy.com. There's actually a product that talks about that we mentioned, so check that video out. But it has multiple ones beyond that. However, I spent the money on the course, and then I did that, and now that over the course of the year, for probably about 12 hours of my time, I made about $700. That was an asset. I spent money on it in the beginning, but it was designed to make me money. Now, if you buy something like that and don't ever use it, then it becomes a liability. So you have to say, all right, I'm going to buy this, and is it designed to make me more money, or am I just trying to purchase a feeling kind of thing, make me feel good or feel important or whatnot? And I can't express this enough. There's nothing bad about buying things that you enjoy, that make you feel good, that are true assets, or there are liabilities because they're not meant to make you money. That's not a bad thing, unless you're doing it and not spending money on things that make you more money. You need to be buying more assets and fewer liabilities if you want to change your situation when it comes to wealth. So looking at that, again, maybe you need to find yourself a coach. I mean, I'm a life coach and a business consultant for clients literally all over the world. Between my content I've created and people I've worked with people in over 30 different countries. I have coaches of my own for everything from the specific industries I'm in, automotive industry, options trading, real estate, all that stuff. I have coaches. I pay for that because it makes me money. It's not about how much money it costs you. It's about how much money it makes you. So knowledge that is adequately applied is an asset. New clothes that you don't need, eating out at fancy restaurants, buying junk, those are all liabilities. So knowing that and knowing the difference, and you have to be able to, like I said, you need both. You need to have direct income so that you can afford to purchase some of those things that will make you income over the long run. Now, there are a lot of these courses that I've recommended or whatnot are $27 or $30 or whatever the case may be. In fact, there's another one that I'm going to be talking about here pretty soon. I'm playing around with to make sure I believe the value of it. It's about teaching people affiliate marketing, which is a great opportunity, and it's like $15. And that is, I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. You have to have the $15 to be able to purchase it so that you can apply it, but it can make you so much more money than it costs you. And yeah, some of you might be going, well, you made $700 in a year over that thing. That's not that much money. You're right. It doesn't make that much money in that moment, for me especially. But if I have a variety of those income streams, and I just threw some random stuff together, and I mean stuff I'm knowledgeable about, but if you have a variety of those different things, $700 over a year is not that much money, but what if you've got 10 of those? What if you've got 50 of those? If you've got 50 of those, that's $35,000 a year. That's the equivalent to making about $17 an hour for 40 hours a week. And that's for doing nothing once you've put in the time. So looking at that, I have some income streams that pay me a lot of money because I've had them for a while. I've built them up. I have a lot of them that pay me a small amount of money, but all those things add up. And the truth is, I am not sad when I wake up and I made $30 while I was sleeping. I'm not going, oh, I wish I would have made more money. No, I'm free money practically. Today I made $240 for about 15 minutes of my time because I bought some stock options a couple of days ago. So again, I purchased an asset, not a liability, and now I got all the money back that I initially put into it, plus an extra $240. So for 10 minutes worth of my time, paid $25,000 to have a coach to teach me some real estate stuff, And that doesn't even include the things that I purchased above and beyond to learn how to do a lot of that stuff. However, again, a couple of days ago, I made $5,000 for less than an hour's worth of my time. So that's what I want you to be thinking about and figuring out, okay, direct income is great and you need that in the immediate, in the short term, but it only will help you build wealth if you're directing it towards indirect income and creating passive income and things like that. So if you're looking for some of those different ideas, check out some of the other product videos and whatnot. Just kind of get a good idea of what that looks like. If you have questions, make sure to leave them in the comments there. But if you are interested in additional products or additional concepts as far as money goes, make sure you click the subscribe button, click the little bell so you get notifications. Go ahead and like this video as well, and we look forward to seeing you guys next time.